Let's talk about
Houston.
Schaub putting up 527 yards through the air.
Andre Johnson with
273. The second best game for a wide receiver ever, only behind Terrell Owens' 283 back in 2000.
That's just crazy.
Or was it 2000 or 2003, somewhere around there?
Somewhere. I'm not 100% sure either.
Yeah. It may not have been 2000. Maybe in 2000.
I wasn't the biggest T.O. fan until he went to Dallas.
2004. Either way, second biggest game ever for a wide receiver as far as yardage, 273 yards. That's a lot of yardage. And then 527 yards, tied for second most with Warren Moon.
It's crazy to think that 527 only ties the most passing yards in a game.
But it's just funny how he gets exactly 527 to tie it. Not 526 to be a yard behind, not 528 to be a yard above. Right on the number. Ties Warren Moon, and it's only behind Van Brocklin, who has 563.
Something crazy, yeah.
So 564
and that's
yards.
going back when we're throwing the football wasn't that big of a deal back in the day. I mean, that's with Norm Van Brocklin. I think he was an ex-Philadelphia Eagle. I think. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure he was an ex-Eagle. But, yeah, I mean, craziness, dude. And that you're talking Jacksonville. Let's keep in mind here. I know we're talking about what Andre Johnson did. Let's not act like there wasn't another guy on the other side who did a very similar thing to Andre Johnson. All right? Justin Blackmon, number 6 overall draft pick, I think, in this, or no, number 5.
5, yeah.
5 overall. He went, then Claiborne, then Barron. Number 5 overall draft pick in this year's NFL draft comes out and gives you 236 yards with a touchdown as well. So between the two wide receivers, you have 21 receptions for 509 yards and 2 touchdowns between the two wide receivers. Blackmon gave you a long of 81 yards, and then Johnson's long was the game winner in overtime of 48 yards. It was a great game. It was not a game anybody thought was going to be anywhere near as entertaining as it was. It does raise a question, though. To me, most of the time when you play in a division game, I feel like the division games are more defensively dominated. I feel like they're a little more owned on the defensive side of the ball than the offensive side of the ball. Like, other than maybe, you watch Dallas and New York play, they tend to get it into a pretty high-scoring game. But I feel like you watch a lot, like last night's, Steelers-Ravens game, 13-10. Now, I do understand it's Steelers-Ravens, so low scoring is sort of what you expect anyway. But I just feel like division games tend to be a little more low scoring, a little more hard hitting. This was a division game where they scored 80 points combined. This was a division game where the two teams combined for over 1,000 yards of offense. I don't care if Jacksonville participated in this. My question really is, this is the second time this year you've watched this Houston Texans defense get just lit up in the passing game. Is this defense as good as we all say it is? Or are there holes that can be exploited in this defense that sometimes teams are almost too nervous to try and take advantage of because they don't think their quarterback might have the time or their offensive line can't protect? Like, is this a defense that's as good as everybody thinks they are? Or are they closer to what you saw yesterday? I know they're not what they are from yesterday,
every defense,
but are they closer to that?
Every defense has holes. Some are more obvious than others, but that's why they go back and they study game film week after week. And there's so much tape on all of these teams that once you can find it, and especially if it's something that's not exploited all the time, and you can find that and you can say, listen, guys, this is something that we do well, and we can do this here. By the way, did you notice how the game really changed yesterday? Chad Henne. Yeah. Not Blaine Gabbert, who I still don't think is a good NFL quarterback, but, they're still going to buy him time for some reason. But, yeah, Chad Henne stepped up, played like a man. I got the box score. So, let's see. I think Gabbert threw all of, 2
2 passes. 2 for 2, 24 yards. Yeah, so congratulations to him. Not bad. Henny goes 16 of 33, 354 yards, and 4 touchdowns. So he still completes under 50% of his passes, which
Barely. Great about there.
That bothers me, though. NFL quarterbacks, to me, should be in the 60% range or higher. I don't, 50% or lower is just a shame. But
he was playing a good defense.
He was playing a good defense, and on top of that, how much practice time do you really think he put in this week? Seriously, how much time did he really probably spend practicing with the ones to get ready for this week?
Not much.
5 snaps?
Yeah.
10 snaps?
If that.
So, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt on that one. But I feel like you see this from experienced backup quarterbacks because they know they have to be prepared. So they don't get lazy during the week. They do their film study. They go to their meetings. They do their practices. They do everything they got to do to be prepared. The difference is the defense doesn't prepare for them. The defense doesn't worry about them. The defense worries about the ones. So stepping into the game, Henny spent more time worrying about Houston than Houston spent worrying about Henny. But to be honest with you, this was just simply a fact of bad tackling. For the most part, if you watch some of the touchdowns that Jacksonville scores, it's just really bad tackling. Like, really bad. Like, Houston just came in and thought they were going to own this game, and Jacksonville showed up and not only played, but pushed Houston to the brink. I mean, Houston was down 14 in the 4th and came back to tie the game to force overtime. So, I mean, this Houston team stepped up and played well when they had to, and I'll give them credit for that one.